What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be covering how to speed flip with one of my diamond students. We'll be focusing on what a speed flip is, when to use it, and the common speed flip issues. Let's get into it. Kickoffs, speed flip kickoffs. Let's talk about those. So think about a clock, okay? You have 12 o'clock here, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know how a clock goes, okay? Now, what we need to be focused on here is joystick location. So if we have our joystick here, and we have 12 o'clock here, we have a line past this point, which we have our 9 and our 3 locations, okay? So a speed flip kickoff, we're gonna have, let's say this and this is our 2 and 10 marker, okay? So a speed flip is going to be a directional front flip with a flip cancel, okay? So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be hitting this zone and this zone with a 2 times double jump, okay? Okay, so when we're in this spot, we're double jumping here and we're pulling that joystick directly down to 6, okay? 6 is your best friend, so you're doing that on both sides, okay? So what that looks like from a game perspective, I want you to watch my joystick here. This is going to be a speed flip from 10 to 2 o'clock. So I'm going to go this way, okay? So I'm pulling my joystick down, double jumping here, and pulling that joystick directly down, okay? Does that make sense? So when I'm driving and I'm adding a little bit of boost in there, what that's doing is that's giving me that supersonic speed, okay? Now I'm gonna do a 2 o'clock. So I'm doing top right and I'm gonna go down to 6, okay? So it's gonna go like this. Does that make sense? So
yeah, in theory.
I'm double jumping and I'm pulling my joystick down. So I'm flip canceling, okay? You know what a half flip is, yes?
Yeah.
So a half flip is straight down and straight up, okay? So what that's doing is that's flip canceling you up and down. What you're doing here is kind of like an inverted half flip. So instead of double jumping down and going up, you're double jumping up and going down. Does that make sense? Okay. So it's the same idea, it's just a little bit different related to the timing of the joystick movement, basically. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
no, I get it.
The thing about speed flips in general is it's the flip cancel section. So like a half flip, if you do a half flip slowly, it doesn't really work that well, okay? So if you're doing a speed flip slowly like this, it's gonna end up all over the place, okay? Because you're not flip canceling your car in a quick enough movement. So we need to make sure that we are doing that joystick movement quick enough. All right, the next thing is you notice the 9 and 3 o'clock, okay? A lot of players, when they're doing this, what they'll do is their first jump will come out at 2, and then their second jump will be past that line, so their car does something like this, right? They'll single jump, and then they'll backflip, or they'll get an awkward touch, but they're like, I'm pulling my joystick around, why is it not working, right? And that's because that second jump cannot come out later than that line, okay? Both jumps have to be top right or top left and down. It cannot be single jump, second jump, down. That's not correct, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be focused on when we are in a speed flipping motion, okay? Another thing, air roll. You do not need, listen very carefully, you do not need air roll for a speed flip cancel, okay? You're using air roll for the landing after the fact, okay? I prefer free air roll, and that's good that you're more comfortable with free air roll than you are directionals. So my free air roll is my drive, I have very weird controls, is my drive button, okay? So when I'm using free air roll here, I'm holding my air roll down. Technically, I'm holding it while I'm driving. You can hold it after your flip because a lot of times people will flip like this, and then they will say, I'm landing sideways. Why am I landing sideways, right? But if you're holding free air roll, what that does is that will continue spinning that car, whether that's to the right or whether that's to the left. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I want you to hold the free air roll. You can see when I'm in the air, I'm kind of letting off of it, and then I'm holding it again. Do you see the difference there? Versus if I just don't hold it at all, my car lands a little bit more sideways. I'm kind of in this landing position rather than the flat position. So that's what I want to be focused on there, is holding air roll at the end of it. But again, because you're using free air roll, if you're using directional and flipping, it does something like that. But if you're using free air roll and flipping, it doesn't have a specific left or right flip to it. So it's just going to be related to holding it the whole time because of the air roll that you're using. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm kind of talking in circles, but hopefully you get the idea. You can hold it the whole time, but you don't need to, is what I'm saying. So,
Okay.
but ideally, that's what we're going to be focused on for our speed flips, okay? And then you should be able to do this with standard boost. So if you get rid of all your boost and you have 12 and you're driving and you do the speed flip correctly, you're going to be in supersonic, okay? Oh, fuck, I mean grab the 100. Okay, so we have 12 here, right? And then we're hitting our speed flip and I'm in supersonic. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing that. It's so hard for me to not pick up pads. Like I'm just so prone to picking up pads. There we go. We're gonna do that in that motion, right? You should be able to get supersonic by the 12 boost mark, okay, if you're doing the flip correctly. Another thing as well is when you do this flip, hold that joystick down. You can go directly across if you want to do like this motion, but I prefer to go around. I find it easier and more comfortable to go around, just because of how my hand on my joystick is, I guess. So. Yeah. That's the best way to practice that rather than going straight across. Now, one other thing I didn't mention is if you double jump at 12 instead of 2 and 10, what that does is it does this, okay? A lot of people ask, well, I'm speed flipping up and down, but my car is doing a double jump or doing this and this, right? And that's because it's a directional flip. If you're doing 12, that's a front flip, right? The difference from a front flip to a side flip as well. So if you're double jumping too late and you're doing something like this, your car lunges to the right or lunges to the left. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You don't want it to lunge sideways or up. You want it to lunge directionally. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video of me coaching my student on how to speed flip. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching, check out my Medify page. I'm actually the #1 RL coach on the website. Also, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a beat. Along with that, be sure to join my free Coaching University Discord with over 750 community members and get improving ASAP. The Discord and Medify links will be in the description. See you guys all in the next one. Peace.